Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where I am back here in Umbar, where the Queen and her assistant are ready to give me more quests, it looks like.
It is not just the orc encampment nearby that concerns us. Nambadir, the span of princes, has been seen occupied by orcish forces.
Ooh, I guess I better check that out, because aren't we going in that direction for the epic? Mizati spies have reported an orc camp sighted near the crossing into Ushtar. However, it's not just the orc encampment nearby that concerns us. Nambadar, the span of princes, has also been seen unoccupied by the forces. Make your way to the bridge and let us know what you find. I fear that is only the tip of the spear, and we may soon have two sets of villains and dangers. Okay, so it looks like there are more orcs that are ready to appear into the land.
What say you, traveler?
It's not only the Barkashum that must be contended with. It seems that Sharn can never rest. We have been hearing rumors, reports of all things near the span of Donagir to the east. My scouts recount stories of the orcs and something larger, even more sinister. I have a feeling what this larger and sinister thing is, yes. We know not how strong they are or where they come from, but these rumors are quite concerning. Go to the span of Donagir. My spies tell me that a band of orcs has camped near there. Scout the camp and count their numbers. If you have the opportunity, destroy their racked weapons so that they cannot threaten the renewed Hamat. We have enough to deal with the Burkashim and Kuranzar. I will not have another group of villains move toward us. Gather what information you can, and then report back to me. Do not take unnecessary risks. I fear for your safety if my scouts' reports are true. Alright, so scout the entrance to the orc camp and the bed, deeper into the camp, and destroy their weapon racks. Alright, that it? Well, certainly not as many things as before, right? I see the span of princes up ahead. And I think we are near where that orc camp is also. Oh, well, that is not an orc. It's one of the all-seeing cultists. Sure there is no orc camp hidden. Oh, it's a camp of flies. That's what we've got here. Let's continue towards the span. Keeping an eye out on the other side of the road just in case I see any signs of an orc camp. Well, I see. Oh, I see an orc. Let's take care of the orc. Then let's check out the span so that we can be able to properly discuss what's over there. So what do we need to do with this? Go a third of the way up onto the Nambadir and scout south. What remains of the river moves lazily below you. Alright. Good. Now to the halfway point. There's some dead orcs up here. You see orcs and orcish weapons strewn about. Yeah. What about at the 2/3 point? You hear war drums in the distance and a smell of burning flesh. Okay. I think I could give a report on that. Now I still need to find that orc camp, which I'm pretty sure is hidden somewhere around in all those rocks somewhere. How about probably around on the other side. Okay, now let me speak to Belundor here. Hello.
It is good to see you again. I trust your journey with Sigilith the Elf went well.
Yes, that went well. Our own search has proved very fruitful, for we encountered a Shagani scout who reported seeing Azagoth travel alone into Urshdar, the Furrowlands to the north. We questioned the scout at some length, and he was quite certain that Azagoth traveled alone. Where Nakasi has gone, no one else seems to know. What did you discover on your own journey after you parted with us at Galbaru? Well, alright. I'll give him the edited account of what happened. And I'm sure I'll retell it all selectively. You tell Belundor of your adventures, but make no mention of Balahad.
Did you find your visit with the elves of the Oasis a waste of time, as I said it would be?
I am only jesting. I am certain that it was of great value. I understand that you have brought one of them with you. How strange it must be for her to leave her grove. And the world outside must be more dangerous than that to which she is accustomed. And what does Rotog have to say?
Some of the people we spoke to described a dreadful presence lurking in the canyons ahead.
The people say, whatever this evil might be, it has only come to haunt the Furrowlands in the past few months. Past few months, you mean since the fall of Mordor. I do not want to raise my hopes or those of Hershok too high, Pineleaf, but I hope this evil presence is of the sort that wields weapons. There has been too much walking and not enough fighting on this journey for my taste. And that is true for Hershok as well, who feels as I do. Right, of course. You want a nice battle. I'm sure there'll be plenty. No one seems to know where Nakasi has gone. She may have quarreled with Azagoth and taken her leave of him, or he may have sent her somewhere with orders to carry out. I hope it wasn't with a copy of the song or whatever that is. All we know for certain is that when Azagoth passed into Urishdar, he did so alone. The scout with whom we spoke told us friendly folk once lived in a small village to the northwest, a short distance from here. But when last he passed that way, the town was abandoned. Enough may remain of the town that it could serve us well as a foothold from which we might explore into Urishdar. Will you go ahead and light the fire at this abandoned campsite? When the entirety of our group has been assembled, it will become the foundation of our activities within Urishdar, and from there we can more effectively search for Azagoth. So we are going to be setting up a base camp there. Now before I do that, I am going to have to find an entrance to this orc camp, which I'm pretty sure is behind all of these rocks, so that I may be able to handle them. And I'm going to guess it's going to be all the way around, isn't it? Now, have I explored through this point yet? Well, there are orcs here. I was about to say not a full camp, but I think I just found the camp. I think I have to take back that original assessment. So if you're not being careful, you may just miss it. Ooh, they're taking lessons. Yeah, this is definitely the orc camp. We need to scout the entrance to the orc camp. Is that where we're at right now? You can see many orcs milling around the camp. Okay, okay, that's the entrance. I forgot that my spear glows in the presence of orcs, so I was wondering, why am I seeing this glow around me? Because I'm standing right next to an orc, poking it with it. It's getting excited. Alright, so what do I need to do here? Well, I need to scout a bend, then scout deeper after the bend, and I need to destroy weapon racks. Okay, well, there's the first weapon rack. Rack those weapons. Deal with the warrior. Ooh, I almost ran straight into several at one time there. Well, we've got them all straggled up. Let's see. One way or the other. Now, did I... No, I was about to ask if I checked this site already, but it's obvious that I hadn't because there are still orcs around here. And I do have an orc D2 increment. Oh, and I just noticed that there's a weapon rack to my right. So I'll take care of that also. Good. Okay, that's 2 down. Now we have a bend. Well, I don't see it bending yet, so I guess the bend is after this little... So we have these little... sub-camps or whatever all over the place. I don't know if there's a simple word for a sub-camp. Alright, see, here is 3. Oh, hold on. Did I just hear something click? There are fewer orcs and more weapons here. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I might as well deal with these fewer orcs before reinforcements come to make their... Add more weapons here? Let's see. But I only found 1 rack in this area so far. Okay, there we go. Hey, are there any weapon racks there? Oh, yeah, yes, there is one right over here. Okay. Well, let's deny them the weapons, then we can attack them. Now I still need to scout deeper into the camp, where we're supposed to find out what this big thing is. They were looking every direction except for where I was. I guess they figured, well, that side's secure because we got 2 camps in that direction. EMP. Now, I presume that there is going to be 1 more weapon rack this way. There are many orcs over here, and something very large near the back. Okay. Oh, there's the weapon rack right over there. So let's take care of the straggler. Take care of the skirmisher. Hey, no flanking the pine leaf. care of the rack. And let's get a little bit deeper. I guess when they say scout the back, oh, now it says scout the back of the camp. I mean, going way back. And then maybe then I could report on everything I found. Let's see. Completed Orc Lair of Emular. Yay! Oh, there's no way in the world I'm going to fish. Oh! Well, that's something big. I assume that's what you're talking. You hear an enormous roar as a shiver goes up your spine. Defeat Utugi Davan's story. Alright, well, let's see. What's the best way of handling this? What if I grab the scout first? Ooh, I was expecting him to use a ranged weapon against me. Oh! Oh, he didn't care about the ranged orc, but oopsie-daisy. Okay, eat a piggy. Eat yourself. I think it's time for me to get a little bit more defensive here. And no, 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 no. You're not doing whatever you're trying to do there. Aha! I think I finally got a handle on this one. Well, I think I got enough back for a report. I can report on what I found during my scouting.
It feels as much. The orcs are moving from Orishdar into Imhular.
We must bolster our defenses to the east before we are overrun. Thank you, Pineleaf. This report may have saved countless lives. You have my thanks for your brave and selfless deeds. Alright. And the Queen?
How big was it? That is quite worrying. I fear that this incursion is only the tip of a great spear about to plunge into renewed Hamat.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. I've poked a few spears into that spear. I must think of this more. Nevertheless, thank you. Many would have run from such a sight. It is truly only the valorous that would fight such a beast and live to tell the tale. Well then, I guess that means it is time for me to head out and check out that landing. That looks like quite a building that's up ahead, though it looks like there are palm trees growing out of the roof. Okay. Oh, hello there.
Life is always a struggle in Shagana.
What could ever bring you to Urishdar? There are many dangers here. The demon pit has been opened, and I myself intend to flee. If you wish to go forth, I urge you to go to Ubnishir, just north of Marush, and speak with Galamaka there. He will know more and will be in need of your help. As for Marush itself, you should stay clear of it. It has been overrun with orcs and other monstrosities. If you follow the road on the western side of the stronghold, you may find a safe route to Ubnishir. Good luck. So, he recommends going to Ubnishir. I heard orcs. Speaking of hearing orcs, is that an orc right over there? There's also a scorpion here. Well, time to find out what wonderful life forms have deeds in this area. Scorpion Bane of Urishdar, of course. When in doubt, add Scorpion. Yeah. Orcman. Well, seeing how they've been talking about all this thing about orcs being in the area, and I guess it was natural to expect there to be an orc deed here. Alright, let's test out the jackals. We're not going into any serious slaying yet, but you're just figuring out what the Jackal Slayer of Urushdar. Yep. Slay this, slay that, slay other stuff. Alright, well, we do have to kill extra orcs just for the principle of it. Even if you already know that one has a deed. Oh, turtles! Now, there can't be a turtle deed. I mean, could you imagine there being a turtle deed? They're saying, why? I have absolutely no idea, but no need for turtles. The abandoned town should be up this way somewhere. We also have Kraban. Let's go and see if there's a deed for them. I mean, we've had deeds for them before. In the second region had one, but looks like this area does not have a Kraban deed. What about a lizard deed? Well, what do you say? No deed. Okay, this way. Can we sneak past this turtle? I notice that the turtles in this area tend to be hyper aggressive. Why we have such grumpy turtles here, I do not know. Actually, well, I guess they're a tortoise, not a turtle. But that's... whatever they are grumpy. Alright. Oh, we do not want a orc scouting our campsite. I guess they're checking out to see if there's anyone here and if this would make a good place to raid. Or maybe to make a new camp. There we go. Now abandoned by its former occupants, this camp will suit your purposes. Look at that. There's one person who's already here who beat me here, the stable master.
It is a new day.
It is a new day. All right. Well then, let's plop our campsite right over here. The fire dance is bringing new life to the abandoned town. And woo! Right, our friends arrive here. What have they got to say? Well, I guess we'll find that out in the next episode of the Song of Waves and Wind.